Greetings, travelers! Today I'm going to be bringing to you my April TBR, and I'm really excited about this one because I will be participating in Realmathon. Realmathon is a month-long readathon hosted by Cassidy with covers by Cassidy or covers with Cassidy. I will link her channel down below. Basically, there are 4 realms, and you are on a realm, and you either can read books to get points and protect your realm, or you can read books to get points to attack a different realm, and you're all battling it out to be the last realm standing. Harder prompts get you more points. Indie books get you more points. Bigger books get you more points. It's all very exciting. Yeah, so without further ado, I will be telling you which books I'm going to be reading. Now, I don't know what the point situation is for each of the books. I am currently going through my spreadsheet to figure out whether it's more beneficial to do the points for attacking or the points for defending, but I am of the sort of I'm going to read what I want and figure out the points later rather than find books specifically to fill prompts to get the maximum amount of points, which is nice. I like readathons where you've got that flexibility because I like to read what I'm in the mood for. So without further ado, I have a slightly more reasonable list of books that I want to read this month. And I will be starting, as I always do, with the books that I don't currently have. And that is actually not a lot. Well, one of them is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I own a copy, it's just lost somewhere, so I will be finding that, and I'm actually probably going to be listening to the audiobook of that one. The other one is Flashback, which again, continuing my Keeper of the Lost Cities journey. I will also be reading a bunch of audiobooks, probably for series that I'm in the middle of, possibly the Rune of Kings, I think it's Chorus of Dragons series, first one being Rune of Kings, and maybe the Poppy War trilogy. Those 2 are the current series that I am looking to progress in. And I think apart from that, I have all the other books. I said I was going to read it in March, but I didn't, and that is Gardens of the Moon. March was a really good reading month for me. You will find that in my wrap up, but I did not get round to this one, probably because it's large and because it's the first in a series. I don't really want to start a lot of series, but this is one that I would like to start, and I have allotted myself time to read this one in April. I'm going to be doing maybe 2 chapters a day, taking it easy. Because I know this book has been described as complex, and like if reading fantasy was a degree, this would be the PhD of reading fantasy. This is very, I think, military and battle focused, especially at the beginning. I don't know what happens in the rest, and I just want to dive into this one. So I'm gonna do it. You can hold me to it. Next is the second book in the Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. This one is The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. Not sure what is Douglas Adams, and just naming his books the weirdest things. To be fair though, the first one was like the weirdest thing that I may have read, so I'm hoping this one's just as weird because it's interesting. It's really short, trying to balance things out a little bit. This book is super old because this costs £4, you know, just straight up from the shop. Yeah, 88. So, you know, not too long ago. Next up is a book I'm not too sure about. I am trying to read a bunch of books each month that I am unsure about, but that I own, so that I can read it, and if I don't like it, make way for books that I do like. It's a good looking book, but I don't know if the writing style is going to be for me. I'm not too sure what this one's about, so we'll just have to find out together. Next up, another book that I said I was going to read in March, but I found out that some people are doing a buddy read for it for Realmathon in April, and so I pushed it back, and there's Loathe to Love You. I am really excited for this one. 3 romances, 3 couples, all STEM related. Definitely my kind of thing. Up next is Gilded Cage, and I will be picking Blood Traitor up from the library on Saturday. And I am going to, this is probably going to be the first thing I read in April. I'm going to binge this one and the third one, because I have heard that the second one leaves on a cliffhanger, and after what I read in the first one, I'm definitely going to want to read them back to back. This is, I won't say YA, but like really different. It's set in a prison, in like a dystopian type of world, with like magic powers, but like no one has magic powers. It's basically only the royal family have magic powers, and there is a trial and a rebel. So it's just good. It's kind of refreshing, and it's got twists and turns, and it's I enjoyed the first one a lot, and I am excited for the next 2. Something else, I was really excited for the first one, and that is the Atlas Paradox. I probably sound like a broken record. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this. I lose track of things quite easily, but this beautiful white book will be one of the ones I read in the month of April, following young adults, magic powers, and some crazy stuff. Next up is a book that some people may have heard of, some people may not have heard of, and that is The Way of Idan by Philip Chase. Now, Philip Chase is on YouTube at The Best of Fantasy. I will link him below. He has spent 18 plus years writing the trilogy, all of which are coming out this year. This one came out start of March, and then the next one could be like June or August or something like that. And so he's doing them every few months, so you can read all 3 in a year, which is just refreshing and exciting. And if you like Lord of the Rings and your classic fantasy, then I have heard that you will like this one. He was very influenced by Tolkien, and when I say very influenced by Tolkien, he literally went out and learnt a bunch of languages and took the whole Tolkien-esque route of world building to the extreme, and crafting the whole story before like writing it. So I'm really excited for this. It's really heavy despite not looking that big. And yeah, I'm excited to see if this is my type of thing. And last but not least, I probably mentioned this already, and that is A Day of Fallen Night. Again, with Gardens of the Moon, I have allotted myself a certain amount of pages that I'm going to read each day for the probably first half of the month. I think I'm going to do this one first half of the month, Gardens of the Moon second half of the month. But this is a world with dragons, sort of like a secret society, or is it not so secret? I have forgotten a lot. But I'm very excited to get into this. It is beautiful and I cannot wait. So basically that is my TBR, and I don't know if I've been this excited for a while. There are a lot of books I sort of have in my mind that I might want to read. I have an extensive list of short books that are maybe like 150 pages, because in Realmathon there is a weekend called a Peace Talks where every book you finish gets you extra points. So lots of people are going to read their shortest books, and I will be doing the same. I might do a separate video of all the short books that I read, because otherwise I feel like my reading wrap-up might get a bit too cumbersome. Let me know if there's any books that you're really excited about, whether you'll be reading it or whether you're excited to hear my opinions. And let me know if you're doing Realmathon. There's a Discord if you want to join, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Happy reading.